It was a dark and stormy night as Mary stepped onto the last train of the day. She had missed the earlier trains due to a late meeting at work, and now found herself alone in the carriage, save for one other passenger, a man in a long black coat and a fedora hat, who sat silently in the corner. As the train pulled away from the station, Mary felt a shiver run down her spine. She had always been afraid of traveling alone, especially at night, and the fact that this was the last train made her even more uneasy. But she tried to calm herself down, telling herself that it was only a short journey and that she would soon be home. But then something strange began to happen. The lights in the carriage flickered and went out, leaving Mary in total darkness. She could hear the sound of rain beating against the windows and the distant rumble of thunder. And then, suddenly, she heard a low, airy laugh. At first, Mary thought it was the man in the fedora, but when she turned to look at him, she saw that he was no longer there. She felt a cold hand brush against her cheek, and then heard the whisper of a voice in her ear. "Welcome to the last train," it hissed. "You'll never leave this journey alive." Mary screamed and tried to run, but the carriage had been locked from the outside. She was trapped, alone with the darkness and the unknown horror that lurked within it. As the train rattled on through the stormy night, Mary felt her sanity slipping away. She saw things that couldn't possibly be real, grotesque faces pressed against the windows, clawed hands reaching out to grab her, and the twisted, demonic shapes of creatures that defied all description. But worst of all was the voice. It spoke to her constantly, whispering cruel, twisted things in her ear, taunting her with the knowledge that she was doomed to die on this cursed train. At last, the train screeched to a halt, and the doors opened. Mary stumbled out onto the platform, drenched and trembling with fear. As she looked back at the train, she saw that it was no longer the sleek, modern carriage that she had boarded earlier that night, but an ancient, rusted relic from a bygone era. And then she heard the voice once more, laughing and taunting her as she ran into the darkness, knowing that she would never be truly free from the horror that she had experienced on the last train.